There is a crypto comeback taking place at this hour. Take a look at Bitcoin. It is back above the $102,000 level, erasing Monday's DeepSeek freakout, which saw more than $1 billion in futures liquidations. People kind of, pulled the escape cord, little rip cord, and jumped out of the plane. But this is no doubt good news for brokerage app Robinhood, which has seen a massive spike in customers who trade crypto. And no doubt Robinhood has democratized both crypto and stock trading with its easy-to-use platform and free, no-commission trades. But now CEO Vlad Tenev wants to do more. Tenev wants to use crypto to kick open the doors of investing in companies before they go public, something currently reserved only for higher net worth individuals. In an op-ed today in the Washington Post entitled, "An Investing Revolution is Coming, the U.S. Isn't Ready for It," he writes, quote, "The current wealth-based accreditation requirements for private investments are nonsensical and anachronistic. We should start thinking of crypto in a different way, as a technology that enables a new era of ultra-inclusive and customizable investing fit for this century. The world is tokenizing, and the United States should not get left behind." Vlad Tenev, the author of that op-ed, joins me now in a Fox Business exclusive. Vlad, how do you envision crypto as the vehicle for regular retail investors who have waited and wanted to buy shares in pre-IPO companies, but they haven't been able to?
Yeah, thank you for having me, by the way. Always great to be here. I think there's a big problem, which is that if you're a retail investor right now and you want to invest in AI, it is very, very clear that they do, judging by the market activity yesterday and the overnight on Sunday, you don't have too many options. OpenAI is a private company, over 150 billion valuation. It's only available to select few insiders. And it's not like it was in the 80s where companies could go public at small valuations. The IPO process has gotten cumbersome. Only the biggest companies can do it. And that limits opportunities and upside to retail investors. And so I think that we're in a bit of a strange place when highly speculative assets are free for retail to invest in, but high quality, productive technology startups that are generating significant revenue are off limits. And I think that we now have an administration that's crypto friendly and retail friendly, and we see an opportunity to fix this major problem.
I agree with you that the regular folks out there should be able to invest in private shares of privately held companies. But I have to play devil's advocate here. You talk about high risk. For every startup that succeeds, there are many that fail. And therefore, the reason I would think the SEC says, you know what, you have to be accredited to invest in privately held companies is because accredited investors can take a hit if the company goes belly up. There's a lot more risk when you're investing in private companies that are startups.
Yeah, I think that these are all good points and it makes sense. But I think right now you have companies like SpaceX worth hundreds of billions, companies like OpenAI and Anthropic that are off limits to investors. And, in the world of crypto, you see some criticism from skeptics that crypto is pretty much meme coin investing. And that's free for customers to invest in. That's open to them. So I think these two things cannot stand. And the right solution is to open up access to these sort of like previously accredited assets. And I think we can do that in a way that makes sure that customers know what they're putting their money into and self-certify that they understand the risks.
The sort of embrace of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency over the past couple of months has been so hard fought. The meme coin issue, doesn't that kind of cheapen what's going on and this hard fought war to have some legitimacy with the crypto world? Because, you think about what happened when you attended some of the inauguration events before the actual President Trump inauguration, and you were at the crypto ball. And there have been a couple of articles written about how there was a jaw drop moment when it was announced at the crypto ball that Donald Trump and Melania Trump had launched meme coins. And there was a quote, at least in the Washington Post, where one of these guys said, his name is Nick something. I mean, he was listed. He wasn't embarrassed to say his name. He said, you know, it cheapens the embrace of the crypto industry because these meme coins don't have technical, fundamental value behind them.
Yeah, I mean, here's what I would tell you. Right now in the US, it's basically illegal to connect crypto technology to real world assets. This is one of the things I argue in my op-ed. I think the reason that meme coins have become such a big part of the conversation is that listing companies and securities and connecting them to crypto technology in the US is not allowed. But what I tell you is the power where anyone can launch a coin and get access to a global market where there's lots of liquidity and raise capital for a technology project. The fact that it's so easy and that someone with a computer can set it up and do it in a relatively short amount of time shows you that the technology is valuable. And we just need the regulatory clarity to connect this crypto technology to real world productive assets that are currently regulated as securities.
You have a good track record on democratizing investing. Really quick, Vlad, the sell-off yesterday related to the DeepSeek China chatbot. What do you think? Have you looked into this? And do you think this is a reason for everybody to start selling US AI stocks?
I think when we look at our customers, the overnight session on Sunday was our second biggest overnight trading session. Our customers tend to buy the dip and generally tend to be very, very pro AI. I mean, they want to invest in AI. NVIDIA has been the highest, if not, you know, the highest name in terms of net buying activity on our platform for quite some time. And I think that just shows you the power of what can happen if private markets are open. The unfortunate thing is technology is moving so fast, innovation is moving so fast that very few of the companies that are offering AI solutions and really innovating are public. NVIDIA is among the few. Of course, you have Tesla and others, but OpenAI, Anthropic, not to mention, you know, DeepSeek, they are not. They're private companies whose investors are limited to a very, very small circle of insiders that tend to invest in all of these deals. So I think that the next frontier in democratization of retail investing is going to be making sure that these opportunities are open to retail investors.
Vlad, very interesting stuff. We'll continue to watch and let us know if you make any inroads when it comes to letting a retail investor that's not accredited invest in privately held stock. Thank you so much. It's great to see you.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.